So today, it's back to the dyno. Remember before we took this old tired 360, basically straight out of the field, and we took it to the dyno to see what it threw down for some numbers. And it threw down like, I think around 130 horsepower to the tire. It's pretty pathetic for the big giant 360 cubic inch motor. So since then, brought it back home, pulled it out, took it to the machine shop, got it kind of cleaned up, and bought a 390 short block, stroked it out to the 390, trying to use all factory Ford parts and do this kind of on a budget, something that the average guy can do in his own garage. And so now it's back together. You guys saw the previous videos that I posted on how I went through and rebuilt the motor, all the machine work I had done, and I posted a build list for all the parts I used to put this thing together. I'll try to post this in this video as well, so if you guys didn't see the other ones, you don't have to go back. But now the engine's rebuilt, back in the truck, I feel like I've got it running really well. I've got it dialed in as far as the air-fuel ratio. I've been using the wideband that's in the cab there and made a few jetting adjustments over time, and this thing's pretty spot on, it seems like. So it'd be cool to get to the dyno once and for all and see what this thing makes for some numbers. So a quick recap for you guys that haven't seen the previous videos. This motor is the same engine that came in the truck, but it started out as a tired old worn out 360. That was a 2-barrel setup. So brought it home, took the engine out, and bought a 390 short block that we used to convert this old tired 360 into a warmed up 10-to-1 compression 390, and put a cam in it, put a comp 270H cam, and new seals, gaskets all the way through, new water pump, oil pump, etc. Same stuff you typically do, and put some headers on it and put it back together and put it back in the truck. So now it's converted to a 4-barrel with a Holley on it, got a new distributor, and cleaned up the engine bay. So I've tried to post a video each step along the way as I kind of rebuilt the engine, ran into some problems. So you guys can check out the other links on my channel if you want to actually go back and dig into the details there. So I'm looking forward to taking it back to the dyno and seeing what this thing throws down for some power numbers. Whoa, well that was scary. I thought the engine blew up. Luckily, looks like it was just the fan shroud though. So the fan shroud made of fiberglass, it had a crack in it. And it looks like when that engine kind of went up to 5,500 RPM there, the crack gave out and it actually sucked the fan shroud into the fan. And that fan not having a clutch on it, it just blew it up everywhere. All in all, it just popped a real small hole in the radiator, so it kind of finished our day on the dyno. We only got 2 pulls. Luckily though, the pulls told us that everything was doing really well. The air-fuel ratios were nearly perfect. That second pull, I had actually added 2 degrees of timing for a total of 38 all in, and we picked up like 1 or 2 horsepower there, so really no gain. And again, awesome to see the air fuel ratios as dialed in as they were by using that wideband. And so I pulled the radiator out. I took this to my buddy who can weld aluminum much better than I can, and we went through and pressure tested it, and he tigged up like, I think 5 holes we found, just really small holes from the shrapnel of that fan shroud blowing up. Anyway, put it back in. It's holding water and pressure like it should now, and it's back on the road.